everybody, and welcome to another episode of Supportive Advice live. um, I have Mojo with me, aka Monicia. How you doing today, Mo?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I am all right. I'm all right. It sounds like our energy is in the same spot, though.
Most likely.
You know. I don't know if life is lifing or if it's the holidays. I don't know exactly what's going on at the moment, but it could not be, as far as I'm concerned.
Right. I agree.
mm. So we got Mr. Machismo on here too. I thank you. I thank you. I know we've been absent, y'all, for the last couple of weeks, but don't we deserve a holiday too? I think we do. We deserve a holiday too. So we got families and people that we're spending our time with and prioritizing, and sometimes you gotta take a break. And I can't say that to other people without then having that same grace for myself and the team, right? So, for those who pick up and listen, thank you. And for those who don't, we'll catch you next time. I'm going to invite Mr. Machismo, a.k.a. Dante Holloway, to join us because he is one of our panels as well as Mojo. How you been, Dante?
My name is Jackson. It might be some hackers on here. We
Oh,
give a government name. No, I'm just
oh,
kidding.
oh my
but
God. Oh my God. But when you put it that way, my name is. No, I'm kidding. Lord.
I've been good. I've been good. I can't complain. How about yourself? How about yourself?
Oh, that Red Bull went down the wrong way. So that should tell you something right there, Red Bull. I am.
I was gonna say 6:30. You a daredevil. Ooh.
I'm telling you, man. I had clients, throughout the day. I've also been working on my dissertation.
Oh, okay.
So, doctor who? Dr. Me, eventually, right?
Ooh, dissertations out here. Oh, it's going on.
Putting in work. Putting in that work.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm actually doing the literature review related to specific variables within the study, and so it has been worth it. Worth it. I'll leave with worth it, but I would be dishonest if I were to say that it has not been taxing. So, there's that. I have not 100% been satisfied with our reach on call in. I know we have our regulars who I appreciate very, very, very much. We have those that subscribe to the podcast, and we love you all. I'm speaking for everyone. And but there has to be another way for our reach to get a little bit louder and further.
May I share something I think would be cool for you?
Absolutely not, Mo. We don't take suggestions here.
Clubhouse, 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 clubhouse.
No, what were you gonna say, Mo?
Clubhouse. It's an app called Clubhouse. You get to do a podcast. It's internationally,
Oh.
and people join all the time. They come in and come out. You grow your audience. People can also find you by topic.
Oh, nice.
I like Clubhouse, and they can get on and speak if you want them to. You can bring them up and put them down in the audience. But I think that Clubhouse will be amazing for you.
Okay, well, that is definitely something that I'm going to be considering. I was up at 6 this morning. Don't ask me why my eyes open. So I was like, heck, I might as well. Uh, and I was looking at a lot of different software and a lot of different apps that allow not only for us to be voices, but for all of our lovely faces to be seen um, by the public. I wanted to kind of weigh in and well, not weigh in, but I wanted to kind of allow you guys to
Well,
weigh
she
in.
has no sound. How was your New Year, Dante?
Are you serious?
It was copacetic. It was
I don't have no
copacetic.
sound.
I
See,
was
that's another reason.
surprised there was less gunfire at midnight.
Are you
I'm used to
serious?
hearing.
I'm
Really?
so
I'm
done
used
with
to
this
hearing
not
some
having sound.
expensive stuff. I think people might be. I think the
I quit, y'all.
I think inflation has limited individuals' bullets being expended on things
Good.
like that. That's my guess. I heard a couple, but I ain't hear it like I used to. I didn't hear the. I just heard ping ping.
People needed their funds to buy some food and some Pepsi.
I
I know
understand,
that's
not
right.
Pepsi, that ginger ale, that ginger ale.
What is
Yep,
happening
or
with
whatever,
my?
I seen a few people put packs of pop away. I was like, like three people like in line. It was like, put that back, put that back. I was like, okay,
Hey, you gotta make a business decision sometimes.
right.
It get to adding up. It's like, wait a minute here. Hold on now.
Wait
This
a
ain't this
minute.
ain't this ain't what it's supposed to be.
Right.
Yeah, the store is eating out. All that is all more expensive by far.
So, is there anything you're expecting big in this first quarter of this new year?
Uh, I'm, I'm expecting $444 million any second.
For
Alrighty
real?
then. Break it
I
down.
mean, I know that's a little random, but
I would like to expect that too. Can y'all hear me? Can
hey,
I get
that's
in
what
on
worked
this?
out. We can figure something because I would have to do something with it. It can't just sit. I'll tell you that. You gotta move. And I think that's something that we, depending on how you grew up, don't realize. Like money is never supposed to sit.
I
And
know
that's
that's
something that,
right.
like, within the last, I'll say, 2 years,
Can y'all hear
I
me?
really just caught the concept of like. It sounds crazy, but literally, money is never supposed to just sit.
Okay. Money should never just sit.
Can y'all hear me
Okay.
yet?
Learning
Well, that's a
something.
whole another discussion. But the
Alright.
same question for you for this first fiscal quarter. What do you got going on, big?
What do I have going on big? Hmm.
Can anybody hear me? Nope.
I was struggling with some projects that I shared with you guys last year, and I needed a little boost of motivation and not procrastinate. And so I did give me a business coach. I invested in one of those.
Hello?
Um, my kids at work, I'm
Hello?
excited. Some of them are enjoying. They're allowing me to speak about God. So I think that's pretty cool. They're enjoying the NLT version of the Bible. So I'm kind of excited to work with them. And,
Hello?
and they're like really excited about it. I'm surprised. And what else? So one of my business avenues,
Hello?
I am going to. That's my whole focus for the month of this first quarter. My first quarter is January through April, and so I'm believing for a building. I'm
Can
believing
y'all hear
for.
me?
No, we went on without you because you were missing for like 7 minutes.
Well, I was hearing y'all. Please, Mo, continue. Business, business, business.
Okay, so my quarter, this first quarter, I'm gonna focus on the business idea I have. I finally moved on it. Yay! Thanks for the
Yay!
audience
Woo, woo,
background.
woo,
Woo!
woo.
And I don't mind waiting for the audience. Okay. So I started that, and that's my first quarter. So I broke down some goals for the year, and I did it quarterly, and my quarters is every 4 months. But my first goal is this business. Um, well, that's one of my goals in the business, to get everything done on paper, to apply for some grants this month, my website logo, all that. So that's one of the big things I'm doing, and I'm just so excited about it.
That
And of
sounds
course,
amazing.
and I also did my
That's
other
dope.
goals in each area. I had a mentor, and she said you should have goals in your emotions, your spirituality. Let me give an example. So if it's emotional, if you have anger issues, you write down, I want to work on anger. And then you, of course, write your objectives. How will I work on my anger? Spirituality, maybe you want to read your good book. Um, how long a day, Then you should have career slash education slash trade goals. And then what else? Physical. And I think I'm missing something. Mental? I think it's mental. But
Mental,
she
spiritual.
stated you should have, oh, did I say financial? You should
Oh,
have
that's
goals.
another one.
Yep, you should have goals in all those areas. So I wrote my areas down, and I added house projects too. So we shall see how this goes.
We sure shall. I hate to take y'all back, but I kind of was back left where I got dropped, and I wanted to ask you all about the yeah. I mean, hey, sometimes you get stuck where you get left. You know, that's a message all by itself. But I wanted to ask you guys about the platforms that allow not just for myself to be seen, but for you all to be seen and heard. I wanted to know how you guys felt about that.
That would be cool, actually.
No,
Oh, wait a minute. Am I talking?
can
Oh,
you
can you
not
hear me?
hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Can
can.
you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you, Mr.
Oh,
Machismo. I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I'm down.
I'm
Okay.
down now. You probably see some computer monitors, but I ain't got no problems because I'm over here multitasking. So it's
Ooh.
you
Can
get to
I
see
get you
some
to
multi.
create me a space?
You said what?
I need it. I'm gonna need a space created by Aquila. Okay. Her office is amazing, you guys. You should drop in and do a session. It's wonderful.
Book ahead. Book ahead. Supportiveadvice.com. No,
Yeah,
but I am looking. There
it
is.
do look
Oh, you like it? You like it, Dante?
make you want to just go get some counseling while you. Yeah, oh yeah. I'm like talk about anything. just to get in there and sip some lemonade or something. Man, it's cozy.
One of my clients came in. It was like, "This is nice." I was like, "Well, thank you. Your dollars at work." I'm like, hey, that's the whole thing about business, reinvesting. Reinvesting.
hmm
But yeah, I was looking at an app called something or other. That's not helpful. But yeah, I was looking at this app, and also if anybody can draw, email me at first name AQUEELAH
Wheatley, no spaces, no dot, WHEATLEY, at supportiveadvice.com. I am looking for someone to illustrate a children's story that I wrote. Now, one would think that when you have a significant other that is an artist, you wouldn't have to make those types of call outs, but you know. So yeah, definitely looking for someone who can draw. Doesn't have to be anything particularly spectacular. Minimal characters. I think the amount of characters are about five in total, and so as it relates to storyboards, it probably have about about 10 plots. So yeah, anybody.
I
Hmm.
know a few people who are some great artists. If you send me, text me your email, I'll and what you want, and I'll forward it to those people.
Well, that would be awesome because I've been sitting on this children book for a year now, and I don't want to sit on it any longer. Has anybody heard of Speak Pipe?
No.
Because that's the one where you're supposed to be able to see each other. And then there is also one called Radio.co, and then there's another one called Podbean. Anybody heard of Podbean?
None of them.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, those are the ones that I'm mulling over. So if you guys have time to look at them and let me know what you think, that would be greatly
Nope.
appreciated. So, getting back on to emotions, feelings, psychology, and that type of thing. Um, Man, what was up with this Christmas? I know it wasn't just me. Hello?
Well, I'll say for me, my Christmas, it wasn't it wasn't what I expected
There wasn't a
either.
lot of people in the.
Yeah, I didn't put up a tree. My daughter didn't put up the tree. I was like, "You don't even want the tree?" She was like, "No, forget the tree." I was like, "Great," because I didn't want to put up the tree, and she usually puts it up anyway. And I was like, "Well, I guess I could if she doesn't want to do it." She was like, "Nope, it's fine." And I was like, "Okay," I quickly agreed.
I know that's
Uh,
right.
So yeah, I don't know. Christmas was kind of like I don't know.
Yeah, it was, it was lackluster. And I'm not talking about the, spending time with family and things like I'm not talking about that part of it, but I'm talking about the catching the spirit part of it. Like the, warm and cozy, feeling that you get around Christmas. Like I just feel like that is decreasing each year. And I wonder if it ties in at all to stores starting to advertise earlier and earlier and earlier. Like this time,
Hmm.
a Christmas there was a Christmas advertisement in October.
I never thought about that being a. Because a lot of people were saying that they wasn't really in the Christmas spirit. But I never thought about people it being like a market saturation type of thing where you
Yes,
see it so early. It's like, oh no, big deal. You
no,
get jaded
you're
in a way.
right. I heard a lot of people talking about they felt like it is becoming way too commercialized and that it's all about profits for um big chain stores versus actual togetherness and promoting. And in all honesty, if you look at the commercials throughout the years, there were a lot more commercials surrounding like family togetherness, And then like you might see a flash of the product, like this family is together and everybody's having fun, and then you might see like a Coca-Cola on the table or something like that, where it was just like a lot of um focus on the family and versus what it was being bought. And one thing that saw a lot with the commercials is that it was a lot of buy this person wants that person wants this, did you get this person that, and I'm like, nah, I didn't. And I'm not going to. I told my kids, I was like, don't give me no Christmas list. Do not give me a Christmas list this year. This first time since they knew how to write that I told them not to give me a Christmas list this year. I was like, I'm going to get you what I want to get you. Because, you know, I'm not going to go and check these things off the list that don't have any significance to our bond or any significant value. I'm going to buy you things that actually mean something. And you can value that, or you can choose not to. And I mean, it went over well, but I was just like, no, I'm not doing. I'm like, I am not Santa Claus, man. Like, I'm not Santa. I mean, technically, we are Santa Claus, but my thought process was like, I'm not Santa. I'm your mom. Again, I'm gonna get you things that you know are gonna mean something for more than just one day. Did I go out again?
Nope, we're just listening.
Oh.
We're being great listeners.
But yeah, I had a lot of clients, that also were saying, that they weren't in the Christmas spirit either. And, and it let me know, like, because clients are, all different, as far as like social economic backgrounds, race, gender, and it seemed to be this shared miss me with this year type type deal. People just weren't on it. Um, but I find that it's interesting because, not to get all, Bible or anything, but um, Christmas is pagan anyway, and maybe it's ran its course. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, you said it ran its course. Mr. What do you call him? Dante.
Machismo, Mr. Machismo.
Machismo. He said he has no sound. You probably need to go back in and out, Dante. I hear her now.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
I think that there is a possibility, right, that it's ran its course, like winter solstice, and I don't know if it's called Eden, the celebration that has a lot to do with the Christmas trees and the Christmas wreaths, and even the way that Santa Claus looks. Now, granted, the character was based on a real person named Saint Nicholas. However, the way that he's drawn, the way that he looks, the way that he's portrayed, um, is not based on the likeness of that person. More or less, it is based on um, the Winter Solstice character. So, I'm wondering is if, like, it's getting to a point where that part of it is just is ran its course, and maybe we need to get back to something deeper.
I would say I think the things that you listed have something to do, but I also just think like um the economy, world events, life events, day-to-day activities, um being overwhelmed. Like, it's funny you mentioned this about marketing. The other day, a guy on Facebook, he took a picture, and they had, at the stores, they had Valentine's things out already. He was like, "Man, come on now, come on. We just spent all our money on Christmas." He like, why are they advertising for Valentine's Day already? Like, give me a
Right.
break.
Give us all a break. And I think that does, because it's like it feels like you're bombarded. It's like you don't get a breather. It's like, okay, um okay, soon as Halloween comes, and if you have kids, or if you're somebody who likes to go out and celebrate, All Hallows Eve, then you're buying costumes and candy, and then right after that, you know or even alongside that, they're putting out the stuff for Thanksgiving, and then it's almost like Thanksgiving ain't even a holiday no, no more. They're like, we're just gonna smush that on out the way, because like that lasts for 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden you see all these Christmas decorations. You're just like, can I get a breather? Like, come on, like you got people coming over, and decorations, and you're buying food, for people that's coming over, or people doing potluck and they're buying food, and I mean, it's like, I don't know. When I was a kid, I remember liking Thanksgiving. I remember liking the experience of family, coming together. But I also don't remember it being as commercialized, all the holidays. It just like bam, 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 no breaks. Um, which is something that probably is going to really, eventually, you can only take so much from people before they're tapped out. And not just tapped out financially, but tapped out mentally, tapped out emotionally, tapped out, in a bunch of different ways. And it seems like people are tapped out. Tap, tap,
Tap, tap, tap,
tap.
tap. Tapped out.
Yeah,
That's the
tapped
word.
out. People are tapped
That's the
out.
word. Tapped out.
You know, I wanted to go look at the Christmas lights on Noble, and I didn't even go to see those. And but speaking of Mr. Machismo talking about, he heard ping 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 on New Year's. He said people couldn't afford bullets. There was actually a report that there was shootings downtown after the lighting of the town square Christmas tree, and it's just like, come on. Like, what is? I'm like, come on, like, what's going on? So, maybe they exhausted all they pop piles then, and they didn't have none left over. But I didn't hear any. I didn't hear any gunshots at all. I didn't hear none. And then again, I normally don't hear them over here where I am. The police, they don't play that.
Where I am, I heard a few more pow pow pows than Dante stated. But I would like to say he had a great point. It was not like before, so that's interesting. It wasn't a lot as usually. So yeah, I think he's on to something. Everybody had to use their money to get food instead of get bullets and ammo. So
Well,
that's wonderful.
good. Yeah, I'm about to say,
Right.
it's like, no, we cannot hear you, Mr. Machismo. That's all. One good thing about inflation is that ammo apparently is also more expensive. But you know, I was talking to some colleagues about the job market and that you know this is the first, not 2024 but 2023 was the first year. I think 2022, 2023 was the first years that I ever seen anybody close down due to lack of staff. I had never seen that in all of my years of living. I never seen like a restaurant saying closed due to lack of staff, or a McDonald's that's not taking no more orders, or you know um the Dollar General closed at 4 o'clock instead of 10 o'clock because they had low staff, and I'm just like, what is happening? Am I the only one seeing this trend or what?
No, me and my coworker was talking about that last week. I said, no, actually, I had one of the kids in the nurse's office, and I said, like, what are people doing since COVID? Because everywhere is short, from Aldi's to Walmart's to Finest to Kroger's to
not
Dillard's.
not
I'm
finest.
everywhere. I know, right? You knew what I was talking about.
Oh yeah, I know.
And so it's interesting because I would like to know what is everybody doing to make money? Like,
I,
what are they doing? Because I don't want to go to my job 5 days a week anymore either. I need to catch the new thing of what everybody else is doing, because I don't want to work there 5 days a week. And while we're talking about that, I think companies would do better off if they had, people work 3 days, off 3 days, on 4 days, allowing people to pick their schedules. That might assist with the workforce. So, oh, and the pay. They're not paying good either. So,
there's a lot of companies that are paying like $14 an hour, $15 an hour, and and I told my eldest daughter, we were talking about this some years ago, actually. Some years ago. Nope, not now either, Mr. Machismo. Not no. See, now you know how it feel to get dropped, and then it's not fun. But no, I mean, I'm kidding. I appreciate that you guys don't stop whenever my sound stops, because then it would just be very boring, I'm sure. But I was telling my eldest daughter some years ago, she was like, they're trying to raise minimum wage, and I was like, And she was like, what do you mean? Don't you want them to raise minimum wage? I'm like, well, I don't know. Do you want to eat a $20 hamburger?
mm,
Because that's what's gonna happen. I'm like, because if you think that the companies are gonna take a loss, you got another thing coming.
that's so true.
They'll say, okay, well, we paying people $15 an hour, burgers $22. You want cheese is 25. You be like, it's just a burger. Well, that's what you asking for, and so $14 is gonna feel like $2 because everything is gonna go up because businesses still want to make a profit. It's not going to ever be, well, I won't say ever. I won't say ever. I don't like saying ever. But, a lot of times it's not going to be the business that eats it. It's going to be the consumers. And I think that's a lot of what we're seeing, because now you have places that are like, okay, yeah, I'm McDonald's, I'll start you at $14 an hour. But if if somebody wants a value meal, is $12.99. You're like, wait a minute, how is that a value? Like, you can't even call them value meals anymore. Just call it a meal. you know, because I'm like, at this point is not a value. And so the people are making more on paper. You know, it looks like it, but the economy and the inflation is making it feel just as it was. And I told my daughter the other day. I said, "You see what I'm talking about now? See, because she was giving me the side eye when I was like, you know, she was giving me the side eye. You know, like, why wouldn't you want, everybody to be making $15 an hour? I'm like, it's not that. You know, but it's the fact that everything has a consequence, and
Mhm.
nobody goes into business to go bankrupt.
That's true. Another thing I think that's taking many people. I know a lot of people who are driving now. They're doing a lot of driving. They're doing
Mm.
truck
Yes.
trucks, box truck deliveries, and they don't have to deal with having a supervisor, or they're doing it on their own time when they want to do it. And I was kind of surprised about, knowing how many people are driving or getting box truck businesses to deliver things, and it's making good money.
I will say one thing that somebody said to me is everybody decided during COVID that they were gonna be entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I
and
think for real.
and
For
I'm
real.
like, hey, real talk, me too.
Me
Like
too. I'm getting on you.
I can't be like hating on nobody else because I'm like, hey, I didn't start my business during COVID, or anything like that. I mean, I already had my practice going, but I really kind of took a leap, into putting all my energy into my practice, after that point, and kind of divesting from a lot of, corporate um, options as it related to, being a therapist and building up, the brand of another company or whatever the case may be. And so you're right. There's a lot of people doing box truck. There's a lot of people getting their CDOs. There's a lot of people doing DoorDash. Let's not even DoorDash. What is it? What's the other one? Uber
Uber.
Eats.
Mhm.
Ubering. Not for the eating, but for the cabbing. And
The
then there's
Amazon Flex.
Yep, Amazon Flex, Lyft. Like, there's just so many other options now where people are like, I don't gotta work for you. I could just do my own thing,
Man,
and
I can't
so
wait to say that.
I know that's right. But you just said like a little while ago that you're leaping into your own business, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but sometimes I think frustration. You can say you tired about something, but and keep saying you're tired about it, and but you never really take action
Hmm.
in the area. And I was asking myself, like, well, Monique, are you really tired because you're still not doing the ideas that you have that could take you away from a place, And so carving out that time to actually take the action steps or applying, not just having a thought, not just putting it on paper, but application, applying some of those thoughts and skills, and completing some tasks to get where I want to get to. So,
And
you
I
know.
and I congratulate you on that because it's not easy. It does take um cojones to to step out and say, all right, I'm going to move forward with this, and and let it go where God's going to take it. um
Mhm.
and so congratulations on making that move. um because that it can be exciting, but it can also be anxiety provoking. So definitely, whenever you need to talk, well, I won't say whenever, but
Right, because
I'm
you're a
like,
busy
because if
lady.
it's 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm not answering. That's just the truth. But but talking about that, with me, if that's something you want to do, that, for sure you can always text me. But yeah, Mr. Machismo, man, what's really good? I saw your red light come back on. I got all excited, and then bam,
I'm
silent.
wondering if he should close his, like, leave from the room, close the app up off your phone, and then come back and open the app and reopen it like that.
And normally I have to like refresh, and then I have to go. It's just a lot. It's a lot. My sound, it leaves and it don't ever want to come back. But I be like, come on, man. I be talking, I be saying stuff because I'm always saying something, you
Mhm.
know. But I don't know. A lot of people pre-record their podcasts. I was thinking about us doing something like that, maybe pre-recording, and plan them. I don't know. I guess we can kind of just shoot around and and see. I like the live platform because I want to be able to meet people where they're at, in the moment, and kind of allow um, the podcast itself to be led based on the needs of the people, but that is only conducive if the people can find you. So, what was the what was the name of the cotton? What was the name of the?
What you Cotton Club? What you talking about? It's called Clubhouse. Clubhouse app. Clubhouse. You talking about the Cotton Club? That been gone.
It sure have. It has a long time ago, boy. I'm telling my age though. Um, I'm like, what? I sometimes things come up and you just be like, what was that? What was that? Cotton Club dads. What dads? What?
Daddy-o. Oh, yeah. Daddy-o's. The Mirage. Don't get me listening. The
Not.
Mix. Don't get.
I remember the
Let me
Mirage.
stop.
I remember Daddy O's.
Oh, that was in the back of the Mix on 141st.
Oh, oh. All right, Dante, you back?
Mm-mm.
You know, you're not back. Oh,
Vlad the man. Welcome.
yeah. I'm tired. Like, wait. I think I'm tired. I don't know if that's something
Um,
you're supposed to say on live podcast, but it's just been one of those days. I wonder if it's the snow.
it's okay sometimes. Sometimes we are tired, and being authentic on your podcast, that's what people love. Or I love when people are being authentic. Sometimes you're just tired. You need the rest. You do a lot of things. Congratulations. Working on your dissertation,
Whoop, whoop.
inspiring all of us other people.
I
I
hope
even
so.
got online to look at a doctor program at Cleveland State. I was trying to find
What?
something. Yeah, I saw something for reentry for individuals who just got out of jail, like a study on community relations. And so I was like, ooh, that interests me. So I need to go back on there and look. But Jesus. Ah,
That
that's
is
all I know.
awesome. That is
But
awesome.
I love the reentry population. For well, I know what reason, but I love the reentry population, and assisting those who really want help. And I feel like many systems fail the reentry population, and so I would love to do something with that population. Yep.
I think that's awesome. My brother, he actually got his doctorate in 2022,
Mhm.
and I hope I get this right. He got his doctorate in ministry,
Mm-hmm.
um
Oh,
and in apologetics. And
apologize.
yeah, like really being able to debate the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
Which we know there's going to be a place for that, for sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I had just talked to him recently, about considering being a. Don't tell me. Don't even tell me. It's the person that hospitals.
Chaplain.
Yes, yes, that.
That's what I do.
I know. That's why I was saying don't tell me because I was like, Lord, I know this what she do.
A chaplain.
Yeah, I was talking to him and I was like, have you considered that? Because he has a hospital background, and he was in the army, um, and I know that there's chaplains that are through the army, and
Mm-hmm.
and he has a very strong ministerial background, as well, and he's an elder, at the church that he attends, and so I was like, these pieces can go together to do something,
They all go. Yes, he can do. He could do reentry to prisons. He can work with the elderly in homes. He could do hospice. That's why I didn't go that route. My mentor again, back in the day, she was in the ministry, but she was a psychologist like you. And I said, well, I really don't want to do MDiv because I'm not really big on being in the church. Because I really prefer not to be. But that's what I felt God was telling me to do. So I went in and we talked about it. She was like, be a chaplain. She was like, that way you're going to get paid for your work because in ministry, just getting the MDiv, people who are pastors and depend on the church for salary, it'd be a struggle for them.
right,
And so
right,
she was like, go in the path where you can make money and people in the world know what a chaplain is versus they know it's somebody who say I just got my MDiv degree or my doctorate in ministry basically. And so that's what I did. Yep. And
yeah,
he can also start his own he can start his own business like a consultation business and assisting other people in those areas as well, whatever his expertise is in that.
yeah. It sounds like he has a lot of options, but it's interesting because you get a doctorate degree and you're like, okay, so now what, right? And then you know with what I do as a therapist, it's a PhD, it the pieces, they fit together. They're big pieces and they fit together. But but with different degrees, sometimes the pieces are a little smaller. And you're like, okay, where was it? This one looks like this one, kind of looks like this one. Where does this one go? And so I just pray that he stays encouraged and all the other people that have gone and gotten advanced degrees and maybe they're not sure exactly what they're purposed for as it relates to using or expanding upon that degree from a um I don't want to say commercial, but from like an occupational standpoint. I just pray that individuals stay encouraged, and just remember there was something in you that knew that it was meant for you to get that degree, and that if you had the motivation to go forth and get it, then there's definitely something that it can be used for. So I don't know how I got to talking about that, but why not? Um, all right, Dante. Like, look, Mr. Machismo, I appreciate you so much, and I don't know what happened to your sound, and I was trying to hang in there with you, but it's 7:10, so me and Mo gonna have to jump off, and we appreciate you,
But
and
I would like to tell you to get some rest, please. It's okay to get some rest. You are doing a lot. I couldn't imagine. You have your own business, you writing your dissertation, you have a family, and many other things that I don't know about. And so I would like to welcome you to rest tonight.
well, thank you. Call my kids up. Tell them that you welcome me. Tell them you have instructed the. No, I'm kidding.
Find a
Uh,
TikTok and send it to them.
Oh,
They'll
night night.
understand the TikTok.
oh, he
Oh, night.
did Mr. Machismo say go night night? Did I hear you?
Yeah.
I heard
Oh,
you.
I'm back. Lazarus. I just had to hit mute and undo. Man, this technology, boy.
I tell you.
Gee
Goodness
Willikers.
gracious. I'm a host and I be blocked out. Good night. It's crazy, but I'm
We
so
might have to do a
glad.
troubleshoot.
So glad you're back. So glad you're back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back. Yeah. All right. That was off key. But I appreciate you all. I really hope to oh gosh, I'm supposed to be going somewhere. Anyway, I really hope to have you guys with me next week. Um if nothing comes up. Yes. Hey, how you doing? Um bye. All right. So, that was my significant other making an appearance and then, leaving. So with that being said, I really hope again to see you guys. If you have any questions, I might be shooting you guys some links to look over as far as like different platforms to explore, as well as the clubhouse, which I will be exploring at some point tonight as well. And I'll see you guys next week.
See you next week, and I welcome you to rest.
Thank you, Mo. I welcome you to rest too.
I am. I put on my PJs. I'm ready.
I know that's right. I know that is right. Um, yeah.
Got my candle lit. Hey,
I feel you.
yeah,
I got this pumpkin cupcake candle right next to me. I might light it
yeah,
and get on it with the get on. Um,
yeah.
with that being said, I appreciate you all so much. Again, the world would be so boring with only one voice. It's diversity that makes this podcast work as well as it does. And I will see you all soon.
Have a good night.
Good night. Man, you gotta tell me where you finding those buttons. I was rehearsed this
Right is right.
podcast.
It's right up there
Right
with the
there.
music key.
Where the what?
Eh, It's a music. It's a music little note with a plus next to leave room.
Not
Nah,
mine.
I don't have that.
Me either.
Y'all got Androids?
No.
Oh, so that ain't it. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
oh,
right
I
there.
see it. It's
It's
at the
right next to
top.
leave
So look
room
at the right corner up at the top of your phone if you got an iPhone. And I see a little musical note right there.
with a plus next to it.
Yep, I see it. It wasn't there before.
Oh
Hmm.
wow. I still don't see it because I'm on my computer.
Oh, that might be
Oh.
different.
Yeah, that might be why. But you would think you would have more options.
Oh yeah, I found some more too. Hey, did y'all hear me pushing? Did y'all hear me sending sounds while I couldn't be heard otherwise?
No, we
No.
ain't hear nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
I could hear that, but I couldn't hear y'all. And I guess y'all couldn't hear. I went on a whole tangent about how I ain't believe in Santa Claus, and we live in apartments. So I'm like, how are you getting in the house? Like, like I'm
That
like,
sounds like an
I'm
interesting story. I wish I would have heard it.
man. I'm like, I don't practice for this. As being the only child, I can talk to myself now.
We said, make it make sense, Mom. Make it make sense.
Oh yeah, that's the whole thing, man.
Make it make sense for
That's the
real. I
whole
know that's
thing.
right.
And then I started figuring 2 plus 2. I'm like, well, if Santa don't exist, what about how I'm getting these quarters and dollars every time I lose a tooth? Wait a minute. What y'all on?
As soon as my kids was like that it don't exist no more, I was like, cool. And then my son was like, I lost the tooth. I said, you said the tooth fairy didn't exist. He was like, but I thought you was gonna give me $1. No, I ain't giving you nothing. The thrill is gone.
I said, now wait a minute, let me tell you, guess who wrapping up all these presents and working hard, Joe Mama, not Santa Claus.
I know that's right.
Yo, mama. My mother was like, why would you do that? I said, listen, we're gonna tell her the truth. I work hard every day. I bought them presents, not that man in that suit. No, no, he didn't.
Mhm.
Said you ain't taking my credit. Y'all been trying to get out of here with this.
Mm-mm.
I know that's
She
right.
knew since the first grade. She found out in first grade. I said, no. Mm-mm.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah,
That's early.
it was.
But I feel it. I'm with you. I feel it. Um all right, y'all. I'm out. I'm so glad that you came back. I look forward to hearing from both of you guys next week. And peace.